Hello students! Welcome to part 2 of this month's Snowflake Art series. Today we are going to make a giant 3D snowflake that will be a gorgeous piece to hang in your home. Let's begin. For this project, you will be needing 6 sheets of white printer paper, a stapler, tape, a ruler, a pencil, and scissors. Let's begin by making our sheets of paper into a square, just as we did in our last project. Once again, take one corner of your paper and fold it at a diagonal to make a triangle. Line it up well along the opposite side to make a point at the corner, then press down to create a crease. The excess paper you see past the triangle is what we need to remove. Fold against the triangle and cut at that fold. Pause this video here while you make squares out of all 6 sheets of printer paper, then continue on to the next step. Now I am going to show you what you're going to do to each of your squares. Take one of your squares, fold it back into a triangle. Then fold it in half again to make a smaller triangle. With the open flap to your left and the fold on your right, as shown here, we are going to take our ruler and pencil to measure the bottom of our triangle. Mine measures out to be 6 inches in width. What we are going to do now is draw a little notch mark with our pencil at each inch, as shown here. Once that is done, take your ruler and place it alongside the vertical edge of your triangle. This side should also measure out to be 6 inches in length. Draw another little mark at each inch. From here, you are going to take your ruler and line up each mirroring mark at the horizontal and vertical ends and draw a diagonal line. For example, here I am matching each outer mark closest to the diagonal line, and taking my ruler, I connect them together. I'm going to go all the way across but leave a little gap close to the folded edge, about a ½ inch gap. We're going to eventually be cutting along these diagonal lines, and we don't want to cut all the way through. We want this to stay all in one piece. This is what you should have so far. Pause the video again and do this to all 6 pieces. Remember to leave about a ½ inch gap near the folded edge. Ask for help if you need to. Once you're done, unpause the video and continue. Now we are ready to cut along each diagonal line. Be careful of 2 things. First off, the flaps tend to shift as you cut, so make sure both triangle flaps are lining up well with one another. Make short and steady cuts with your scissors. Secondly, remember to not cut all the way through. Stop at the gap before the fold. Carefully unfold your triangle back into a square and see the cool cut pattern you have created. We are going to pause the video at each step so you have time to do this to all 6 pieces. Pause again here until all 6 squares are cut and unfolded. Here is where your 3D snowflake starts coming to life. Take your tape and join the inside cuts together like this. You may need your scissors handy just in case your tape is too long. Once they are joined together, it's going to create a tiny loop as shown here. From here, turn your piece over and join the next inside cuts together at each point. I like to join them together where each end creates a tiny square. Don't tape too far apart or too far in. You're going to keep flipping your piece over and joining the ends on opposite sides. Isn't that fun? It looks like an optical illusion when you spin it. Here's another pausing point. Pause the video here and do this to all 6 of your pieces. This is what all 6 should look like when you are done with this step. You could stop here and have 6 individual optical illusion pieces, but we are going to join all 6 together to make one giant snowflake. We are going to join two of them together first. Make sure they are each going in the same direction. You know they will be on the same side when you lay them down flat, and check where the outer edges are facing. When you are ready, line up the same end of each piece and staple them together. Take a third piece, make sure it's facing the same direction as the other two, and staple all three of them together. Set it aside, and then do the exact same thing to the other three pieces as shown here. Here is what each set of three should look like joined together. When you are done stapling each set of three, lay each set down flat and make sure that each side is going in a similar direction. Now we are going to staple together all 6 pieces. It is a little tricky, but the easiest way to do this is to pick up all 6 pieces at the center, hold it all up vertically, and gather the top 3 pieces and place them away from you so you can see where the middle is clearly in your hand. Take your stapler and carefully staple all 6 pieces together. Watch your fingers. Now they're all joined together. Lay your snowflake flat, and now we are going to join the end of each piece together in the middle with tape, so the snowflake keeps its shape when it's hung. I am going to do this by taking a piece of tape, inverting it so the sticky side of the tape is on the outside, and create a loop. Place the sticky loop in between 2 pieces of your snowflake like so. Do this to the side of each piece of the snowflake, joining them all together. To hang this, I first looked at how I wanted my piece to hang and where I wanted the top of my snowflake to be. Then I took a sharp pencil and poked a hole at the top. You could use a hole punch if you have one handy. You could hang this with a paper clip, a piece of string, but here I had a piece of craft pipe cleaner and I made a little hook. Now my snowflake is complete. Isn't that cool? You just made a giant 3D snowflake. You may recognize this shape. I used to make these as decorations for our past gingerbread festivals. As you can see here, I used different colors to make all kinds of fun snowflakes, and now you can too. Enjoy. Until next time, take care and stay creative.